You're listening to the Telltale Channel. If you like what I do and you want to see me continue to do it, don't forget to check out my Patreon. I just finished writing a book titled Was Hitler an Atheist? It talks about religions during the Third Reich and how they work together. Catholics, Jehovah's Witnesses, and Protestants. And I even address the lies told by the evangelical world about Bonhoeffer. It's on Audible and Amazon.
Why do they want somebody with no hits like Kendrick to do the Super Bowl?
This is Kanye West. He's decided to talk to somebody in a Klan hood.
Why do they want somebody with no hits like Kendrick to do the Super Bowl, right? This is a theory I had. The people that ran...
Oh boy, a theory from Kanye.
That run the Super Bowl had to come to people who run the music industry and be like, you guys, you're letting your get out of hand.
My God, dude.
Oh my God, that Kanye... Somebody take a knee for it. Where's he out of there? See, that's the problem. You let them last too long. In our league, they're for 2 years, 3 years, they're out of there. What he deal with,
Like, is he pretending to be like, is he pretending to have like a white accent? I don't even know what's happening right now. And he's saying that people are allowing the people in the music industry to last too long. I don't understand what the hell he's talking about right now. I'm so confused.
We got Tom Brady. He's great. We made Mahomes throw that fucking Super Bowl, so Tom could get his 7th ring and shit. But, like, you guys at the music industry, what you got to do, start getting smaller artists and put them on. We're going to set you up. We're going to take Rolling Loud. We're going to connect them with Live Nation. And then we're going to get a bunch of small artists. And then, you'll be able to make your money off of that. And then, if we take Cardi's doing good, we'll make them take the blue pill. We'll have them rap about Skims. And then mention Northwest. We love Northwest. Oh, Kanye, don't worry about him. He's a lunatic. Don't worry about him. Does any of that sound right or sound accurate to you?
No, it sounds f***ing bizarre. Get help, Kanye. Really, please, I'm begging you to get help.
If you look, it does seem like, I don't know if it's...
Jesus Christ. Here's another video from him. Same situation.
Here's the thing. Young black men already look up to me, and I want to make their lives even harder for the portion of them that decide to start dressing like me. You think it's hard to get a job when your name is Aquarius? Now have them show up to the job interview in a black KKK outfit. And then the guy interviewing them asks if they can remove...
Okay, so is he saying he's dressing like this so that people's lives are harder if they try to dress like him?
Their hood for the job interview, and when they do, they'll be wearing a wave cap with swastikas on it. Can you mumble unintelligently for me?
So you're saying toes behind you?
Yeah.
Should.
That was perfect. I have no idea what you said there. Back to my Klan robe. The beauty of it is there will...
Who the f*** is this guy, and why is he enabling Kanye West right now? And like encouraging this? Why did he ask him to mumble? I don't understand what the point of that was.
Who can't get jobs because they wear Klan robes, and I'll tell them it's actually the Jews who are keeping them unemployed. It's 4D chess at the highest level.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying really hard here. One more time. So he's saying he's wearing the black Klan robes. Why?
Of it is there will be all these unemployed black men who can't get jobs because they wear Klan robes, and I'll tell them it's actually the Jews who are keeping them unemployed.
Oh, he's making a fashion statement. He's trying to make people's lives worse and more miserable, and he's going to blame it on somebody else. Yeah, I mean, that is the Nazi way. It doesn't surprise me that he's read Mein Kampf. Speaking of Mein Kampf, he did a new song called World War III. I extracted the vocals and I censored the N-word that he said multiple times. Listen to what he said here.
She wanna hop in a Rari. She wanna hop in a Rari.
I'm going to tell you what he said. She wanna hop in a Rari. I get high on your memory that you sent through me. Whatever the fuck that means.
She wanna hop in a Rari. She wanna hop in a Rari. I see that look in her eyes. She wanna hop in a ride. I said, are you ready to die? I said, are you ready to die? They telling me that I'm a bully. I'm anti-Semitic fully. They saying I'm acting like Hitler. But how am I acting like Hitler when I'm a fucking...
He says, I see that look in her eyes. She wanna hop in a ride. I said, are you ready to die? I said, are you ready to die? They telling me that I'm a bully. I'm anti-Semitic fully. They saying I'm acting like Hitler, but how am I acting like Hitler when I'm a fucking N-word?
Let me get off of Twitter. I voted for Trump, not Biden. Know some nigga that went to that island. Why the f would you go to that island?
They telling me get up off of Twitter. I voted for Trump, not Biden. I know some people that went to that island. Why would you go to that island? Went to the dentist and got me some nitrous is this next section. Went to the dentist and put in some diamonds. Did not ask for broke people to chime in. They just don't understand me.
Went to the dentist and got me some nitrous. To the dentist and put in some diamonds. I didn't ask for niggas to chime in.
They just don't understand me. I'm that person that's gonna urinate on Grammys.
They just don't understand me. I'm that nigga that's gonna urinate on Grammys. Rockin' swastikas cause all my niggas Nazis. Reading Mein Kampf 2 chapters before I go to sleep.
Rockin' swastikas cause all my people Nazis. Reading Mein Kampf 2 chapters before I go to sleep. Jesus Christ. And then it's just like the pre-chorus and the chorus, the same thing.
I said, are you ready to die? I said, are you ready to die? They telling me that I'm a bully. I'm a piece of bad fully. They saying I'm acting like Hitler. But how am I acting like Hitler when I'm a fucking nigger?
I don't know what to even make of this guy. You know the cover of his album, Bully? This is the original cover. This is his son, I believe. His son's name is Saint, I believe. And the inspiration was his son hit somebody at school, and the principal contacted, the parents and basically said he's hitting kids for no reason. And Kanye said, well, why did you hit the kid? And he said, because he was weak. And so Kanye made this album with his son on the front and named it Bully because I guess he's proud of that. He thinks it's cool or something. Anyway. Yeah, that's Kanye right now, and that's what he is up to. I have another clip from him. Check this out.
Like they Nigerian.
Hold on. God, I hope he doesn't say the N-word more.
Until motherfuckers could really get their shit together like they Nigerians or like they Chinese or like they're Jewish or like they're the tech Indians or some shit, everything I'm saying counts. And the way it's...
What is this guy doing just standing here, staring at Kanye while he talks and says all this insane shit?
As far as the way I feel or what I'm expressing, I'm saying people want to f me. I'm telling them they can't f with me. And anybody that ever went against me, and it's the other shit. I don't really have a problem with Kendrick. I would never call Kendrick a f. You know what I'm saying? I don't like what happened with the song and that whole idea. I don't like how they used Kendrick.
They didn't use Kendrick. Kendrick literally used them to get more fame and draw attention to something that he was talking about. What? This guy's head is shot. It's just gone. It's in La La Land at this point, and I don't even know what to do with this. Oh my God, dude. I say this 100% seriously and without a lick of irony. Please get help, Kanye. Really, please get help. You know, a while back, he showed a screenshot of somebody threatening him basically with going to a mental institution. And, the world saw that and they were like, that's kind of messed up. Yeah, here we go. This is it. This is what I was looking for. I can't find the original clip that I was watching, but he basically explained that the reason that he's wearing these outfits is because, the Klan outfit and everything, is because he's sick of white people wearing black people's pain. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but okay. And he says, so now he's wearing white people's pain. And it's like, but you're not. You're wearing more black people's pain by wearing Klan hoods. You realize that the white people involved in that whole thing were proud of what they were doing. It was the black people who were suffering. Are you aware of that, or... it's the first time you're hearing it? Anyway, he gets this text from somebody. This is years ago. And he released this before he went completely off the rails. And it says, I'm going to help you one of a couple of ways. First, you and I sit down and have a loving and open conversation, but you don't use cuss words, and everything that is discussed is based in fact and not some crazy stuff that dumb friend of yours told you or you saw in a tweet. Second, option. I have you institutionalized again where they medicate the crap out of you and you go back to Zombieland forever. Play date with the kids just won't be the same. And like at the time when this came out, everybody was like, wow, dude, that is really f***ed up for somebody to say. But really, like, look at what Kanye has become, or more accurately, look at what he revealed himself to be. This person might have been the only one that knew and was like trying to help the situation. I don't know, but like I don't feel like I hold it against that person anymore, trying to use leverage to get him help. Like, holy dude, this is beyond psychotic now. This is beyond psychotic. Anyway, tell me what you think about it in the comments. Jesus. The other guy's DJ Academics. He interviewed and streamed with other celebrities. He was caught grooming a 14-year-old. Oh, why does that not surprise me? That's the type of person that Kanye is hanging around. Why would you go to that island? I knew people that went to that island. That's... God. I mean, I think that there were legitimate reasons to go to that island, truthfully, other than just to do what Jeffrey Epstein was very obviously doing. But you likely knew what Epstein was doing on that island if you had been there. So, you know, one more clip from him. I want to see what he says here.
People are not even in a position to follow me. It's like I could change hearts and minds, perception, but at the end of the day, you still got to go work for a white man. You still got to work for a Jewish man that works for a white man. The black dollar has been so decentralized since gentrification and the fall of Black Wall Street that it's next to impossible for a community to get on their feet, get past the drugs, the food. The food's the original drug. The hurting, the people not even in a position.
Food is the original drug? And why is he pretending to give a shit about black communities all of a sudden? He very clearly does not give a shit about black communities, like at all, not even a little bit, obviously. He said that he's trying to hurt black people so that he could blame Jews for that pain. That's what he said he was doing. This guy needs help, really. Like, why has nobody in his life done anything to stop this, to help him? Like, you know, the anti-Jewish stuff aside, he's ruining his life, his reputation, his everything right now. And he's ruining other people's lives. He's hurting other people with the things that he says. Why has somebody not stepped in and said, what is wrong with you, you dumb mother... Stop it. It's just wild to me, man. Just wild. Tell me what you think in the comments. We'll be right back. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. Also, take a look at my website, owenmorgan.com. I just finished writing a book titled Was Hitler an Atheist? It talks about religions during the Third Reich and how they work together. Catholics, Jehovah's Witnesses, and Protestants. And I even address the lies told by the evangelical world about Bonhoeffer. It's on Audible and Amazon. There's this website called The Donald, and it's basically as deep underground as it gets for the Trump movement. Like, it is a far-right extremist cell for all intents and purposes. It's absolutely wild, some of the shit that they say. Like, you wonder where these people organize and like these forums that they discuss things in and where they're having these conversations. It's here on this website. So anyway, I have been randomly saving like snapshots of this website periodically over the years. I have some like from immediately after January 6th. I have some from like 2022, like when the Georgia Guidestones were blown up and stuff. And I just want to kind of scroll through the comments of the websites that I've archived over the years and see what they said. All right, let's check Inauguration Day, Joe Biden Inauguration Day. See what they had to say. Goodbye, I love you, we'll be back in some form, Donald J. Trump. You'll all realize what this means, right? The presidency wasn't even his final form. Okay. I'm ready for 4 more years of rallies, if for no other reason than to annoy the leftists who thought they were finally free of his influence. The important thing is that we don't quit. Mike Tyson once said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Oh my God, I love that phrase. That's a good saying. Well, we've been punched in the mouth and the world seems to be spinning out of control. Question is, where do we go from here? Do we curl up in a ball and hope that if we're compliant, the commies won't curb stomp us, or get back on our feet and keep fighting for our country? I don't know if there will be a victory in our future, but I do know that giving up is the best way to ensure that there won't. You know, if nothing else, it's valuable to read this to learn from the strategy. And he's absolutely correct, whoever the outlaw Pope Wales fellow was. Can't curl up in a ball, you need to fight. Fight, always. I hope not. Keep your New York liberal Jews the fuck out of politics for good. You fucking ruined America. Now we have Joe and some she N-word as our leaders. Real great job there. Oh my God, dude. That is psychotic, man. Honestly, there are two types of Republicans right now in the United States. The first one is full MAGA Christian nutcase that believes that Israel must exist for Jesus to come back. And the second Republican group agrees with all of that, but also fucking hates Jews. It is bizarre to see this pure unadulterated hate for Jews alongside, God, what's the word? Capitulation isn't even the right word. Just like taking a knee to anything that Israel wants done. It's just wild to see. Oh, this is a good one. This is from January 20th. This is from Inauguration Day. The title is Joe Biden claims without evidence that he is the president of the United States. They just could not accept it at the time. Oh my God. He is not. He is a fraud. These people just couldn't take it. We were defrauded too. Not according to people familiar with their way of thinking. Lol, there is no widespread evidence that Biden is the legitimate president. Fact check confirmed. These people are just like, are in another reality. They were in another reality 5 years ago and they are today. And honestly, that alternate reality forming out, that started in the 90s. Really, it started after Reagan undid the fairness doctrine that basically said you have to give equal time to both sides if you're going to support specific political campaigns or candidates or whatever. He undid that. And that's when the propaganda machine really started revving up. There's no widespread evidence that Biden is legitimately the president. And this person says, except for everything that literally makes Biden the victor. Lol, you people are completely delusional. It's cringe, but hilarious. I can agree with that one. Minus 32 points, plus 4 points. Join us because it is the way. Our movement is the best. We have the best patriots, and Trump will still be more popular and get all the coverage, even with that fake pedo President Biden shuffling around pretending he's president. Lol, your movement is pathetic, the laughingstock of the world right now. Your so-called patriots are anti-American domestic terrorists, fascists, scum, who want to overturn our democracy based on conspiracy theories peddled by the very same deep state grifters you claim to despise, so I'm good, thanks. Dude didn't know how right he was. Honestly. Anti-American domestic terrorist fascist. That perfectly, identically describes Trump supporters. Chairman Joe, Dictator Joe. Dude, I love how these people delusionally believed that Joe Biden was going to be a dictator. And now Donald Trump is actually literally a dictator, ignoring Congress and the checks and balances that exist in our system, and ignoring court orders completely. He's taken over the government 100%. Holy Christ. He's barely a resident of the United States. Biden is barely a resident of the United States. What? Did we even have an election? The Democrats did. The Democrats did what? Oh, the Democrats did have an election, I see. Because it was stolen, you see. Democrats successfully stole the White House, Senate, and probably the House. No matter how much you silence people, nothing will ever change. The fact that Joe Biden is an illegitimate president and the United States government is an illegitimate government. Nothing. Okay. God, these people are vile, dude. They are vile human beings. Okay, you guys remember when Trump was banned on Twitter 2 days after January 6th? Here's the extremist cell and what they had to say after that. This is a first. The president of the United States has been deplatformed. The United States doesn't exist anymore. This is the correct answer. Well, maybe the people will make it exist again. The only thing I'm united with lately is you guys, my girlfriend, and my bourbon and my firearm. Great. the corrupted states of America. What will all the leftist trolls do with their time now? They must feel so empty all of a sudden. Says the right-wing MAGA Nazi troll. Are you shitting me? Like Milo and Gavin canceled. Wow. Milo Yiannopoulos is a Nazi. Gavin McInnes is the founder of the Proud Boys and of Vice News, and also a Nazi. Has he even posted lately? Something is seriously going on. So many voices being stifled today. Major red pills incoming. May even wake up some old hippie liberal professors. These people straight up live in a delusion, and they have for years. It's wild to see. What the heck is going on? Total silence from Trump. Trump has to be doing things behind the scenes. Or he dead. This dude thought that he... Are you kidding me? If he was dead, they wouldn't need to delete his account. I'm sorry, I don't think he is. I've been a supporter since day one, but I truly believe we are over. Trump isn't doing anything. He has given up in favor of trying to save his own skin. He knows they're coming for him, and he doesn't want to go to prison. My God, this is such a fascinating glimpse into their headspace, right? All I know is they need him silenced. Emergency alert now. These people are so delusional. Big tech is full of communists who are offended by different opinions. Dude literally led an insurrection on the U.S. government. And this is like a difference of opinion in their mind. It's like saying somebody tried to hire a hitman to kill their wife. And in court, they argue, I'm just texting friends. I'm not allowed to make plans with friends. When those plans are murder or insurrection, no, you're not. What happened to free speech? You can't plan to murder people. Read this. For Texas to secede, it needs just 50% of voter support. We need Trump to endorse secession to have a good chance at Texit. Instead of Brexit, Texit, you get it? Texas cannot secede. The Civil War was fought over that, and it was decided that states are not allowed to secede. I'd move to Texas and become a resident just to vote for that, honestly. Can Florida join? Do they take votes from out of state like they did in November, asking for a family? Oh my God. This election denialism nonsense. Dorsey must have had a real hate for Trump to ban him permanently. WTF. Red 1 is in effect. I don't know what that means. Twitter be acting like they got war powers. The world will be just fine without you, social media. Twitter is inciting violence with these actions. Oh my God, dude. You're reading this? Twitter is inciting violence with these actions. Banning Trump is inciting violence. Oh, I see. This Red 1 is an effect thing. Here's an explanation. Red 1 was a post by Q saying Trump will be banned from Twitter. Right. So it's a, not a prophecy. It's I guess a prediction that indicates that they had foresight into what was going to happen next. Jesus. It's a Q thing. Could have just said fake and gay. Okay. Wow. I so want to click some of these links, but I'm like, I don't know if I should. Certainly not on stream. Let me drag them over and see what they... Oh, site can't be reached. Damn, I'm so sad. I was really hoping we were going to get some crazy shit. It's this. EAS loyalists. I guess this is the Q post. Red 1, POTUS Twitter removal. Red 2, Central Communications blackout. Oh, that's right. I remember. So QAnon is a movement centered around this guy named Q. Calls himself Q. Q Clearance Patriot. Claims to have special security clearance higher than like anything that you can get anywhere. It's made up. We know who Q was now. It was Ron Watkins, and he's a loser. Some random loser that like pretends that he knows jujitsu when he doesn't. He literally does not. It's like some anime fan. Anyway, he claimed that the storm was coming, and the storm was this event where like a bunch of people are going to be arrested and they're going to hold military tribunals and they're going to force people like Americans to watch them 8 hours on and 8 hours off and then sleep and 8 hours on, 8 hours off. And they're going to make businesses close while these tribunals are playing and everything else. And the lead up to the storm, quote unquote, is going to be Trump banned from Twitter, Central Communications blackout. So they turn off the internet completely. And then CLAS movement, Pelosi or Pence, movement of MIL assets to central locations under guise of citizen riot control. Right. So I guess mother-in-law assets. I don't know what MIL is. Moving certain politicians to isolated areas. NAT. Oh, military. I see. Military assets. National Military, ComSen, Red 6, Secretary of Defense instruct one, blah, 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 pretending that they're, sending some secret message or whatever when they weren't. It was just nonsense. So anyway, the path here is Trump banned from Twitter, communications blackout, Pelosi and Pence are brought to some mountain isolated area for their quote-unquote safety, and then the storm begins. This is red 2, somebody says. This is embarrassing is what it is. Oh my God. It is wild to me that these people are just like eating this up, hook, line, and sinker. We're at red 5 now, I believe. Motherfuckers want war. Literally just banned this dude from Twitter, and they're saying they want war. They're saying they're inciting violence by banning somebody from Twitter. These people are gone. Their heads are gone. Anyway, man, I've got like a ton of these like archived, saved pages, and it's really, really hard to get your hands on some of these now. Like some of them were archived on the Wayback Machine, but it doesn't really work well because you can't look at specific links like within the Donalds. So anyway, wow, absolutely fascinating. Tell me what you think about it in the comments, and if you want to see more of this stuff. We'll be right back. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. Also, take a look at my website, owenmorgan.com. I just finished writing a book titled Was Hitler an Atheist? It talks about religions during the Third Reich and how they work together. Catholics, Jehovah's Witnesses, and Protestants. And I even address the lies told by the evangelical world about Bonhoeffer. It's on Audible and Amazon. This is on the Daily Beast. Bankrupt Alex Jones is getting divorced again. We'll start here. March 28th. InfoWars founder Alex Jones and his second wife, Erica Wolf, with whom he shares a child, are divorcing. Really? Only second wife? I thought he had more than that. Jones, 50... Is he only 51? No way. He's only 51? That's crazy. I thought he was like 60 by now. And Wolf, 46, both filed separate petitions for divorce and requested restraining orders against each other. Wow. First in September and then in March, according to page 6. September and then March. They wed in 2017, the same year Jones' first wife, Kelly, was awarded joint custody of their 3 kids due to his behavior. Well, if she's awarded joint custody, then that means that there wasn't a downside because he was perfectly competent to take care of kids. I don't know why they're saying that. Whatever. Maybe I don't know the situation. Soon after, in 2018, Jones was sued for spreading fake conspiracy theories about the 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre. After a gunman opened fire in a first grade classroom, taking 20 students and 6 educators, Jones claimed the attack had been staged by crisis actors in an attempt to enact stricter gun control laws. 4 of the victims' families, plus an FBI agent, later sued him for defamation, saying they'd been attacked, stalked, threatened, and harassed because of his lies. He owes about $1.2 billion to the families for various suits. He filed for personal bankruptcy in 2022, The Guardian reported, and InfoWars being sold as part of the case. Yeah, a lot of the money, like millions of dollars that they are suing him for and successfully won in this lawsuit was, what's the word? Not punitive, but compensatory. It was compensatory money awarded to them because they had to move and hire personal security and shit because Alex Jones was haunting them with like his little nutcases were going to their house and taking pictures through their windows and shit. They're like for years and years. And Alex Jones on his network on InfoWars doxed them. He had a guy on that doxed them actually, like gave their names and their addresses and everything. And of course, made everything way, way worse. Like, I don't know if you guys remember like this whole story, what was going on with this, but Alex Jones, God, he's in bad shape, man. I don't know what's happening with the case at this moment. Let me see if I can find out. Hold on. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. I forgot about this. Okay. Yeah. I want to talk about this. I don't know if you guys remember like what was happening with the Alex Jones case, but basically he was sued by the Sandy Hook families and his lawyer accidentally sent a full image of Alex Jones's phone, everything to opposing counsel. Now, if Alex Jones's lawyer realized this mistake and said, that's privileged, I didn't mean to send that, delete it. Within 10 days, if he had said those words, he would have been required to delete it. And he couldn't have even opened it, nothing. So opposing counsel emails Alex Jones's lawyer and says, you sent me this like whole image, right? Like, did you mean to send me this? I don't even know what he said. Did he even respond? I'm not sure. And it finally fell into opposing counsel's hands, free and clear legally. And they got a full image of Alex Jones's phone as a result of this, the Sandy Hook cases. And they got some really funny stuff.
All of the stuff in there, he cannot now come into court and claim 2.3 gigabytes of phone material, blanket designation of confidentiality. The protective order prohibits that. You must identify specifically the documents that are. And things like Mr. Jones and his intimate messages with Roger Stone are not confidential. They are not trade secrets. None of them. There's been no protection ever asserted over these documents.
He mentions that Roger Stone sent some intimate texts, or some intimate texts were sent to Roger Stone. Those intimate texts were pictures of Alex Jones' wife's boobs. Not even joking. Roger Stone responds to it. He explains why he was looking at those pictures.
In fact, in this Soviet-style show trial,
Come on.
It was revealed that Jones's lawyer inadvertently sent 2 years of text messages to the plaintiff's attorneys. And they said that those text messages included intimate communications between Jones and I. And they're absolutely right. We prayed together.
Oh, that type of intimate. No, they meant pictures of his wife's boobs and other things. Maybe that's why they're getting divorced. That's possible, right?
We prayed for our nation together. Alex prayed for my wife when she had cancer. Alex lifted me up when I was staring into the abyss and looking at a death sentence at the hands of a federal judge.
Oh, please. Death sentence. Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Anyway, back around, circling back around to Alex Jones here. This was the end result of the case. This is how it kind of played out. After the judgment was issued and all that stuff, and appeals were exhausted.
When I know I leave tonight, they're going to shut us down. Maybe it's tomorrow, the next day. I just want people to know I love you. I believe in you. I believe in humanity.
Bro, I don't think we're close enough for that right now. It's a little soon.
I believe in my grandparents. I believe in my parents. I believe in humanity. I just want to fucking stop these people. They gotta be stopped. We gotta stop them.
Sorry, man. I don't like anybody suffering. I don't want anybody to suffer. But my sympathy is through the floor for this dude because he literally made the parents of children that were victims of a massacre, he made them feel this way. My sympathy is pretty much non-existent for him after what he did to these people, and that is why he's crying. He's facing consequences for those actions. Not even stiff consequences. He just has to pay out a bunch of money. He could have gone to prison for that. So anyway, I have zero sympathy. It's in the negatives. It's circled back to enjoyment now because of how negative the sympathy went. Anyway, one of the parents that he made feel this way checked out, lost his kid, lost everything in the world that mattered to him. And to top it off, he's got people peeking through his windows at night, trying to take pictures of him or harassing him. Can't go to the grocery store because Alex Jones showed his face all over InfoWars. And InfoWars isn't just like a show. It's not like a YouTube channel or whatever. It's a giant network with a ton of different hosts, different people, different shows. And Alex Jones dedicated InfoWars to destroying these people for a while. So much so that a dad checked out. I have negative sympathy now.
At the end of the day, we're going to beat these people. I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but it's been a hard fight. These people hate our children.
They hate our children's.
Just take more calls. Go ahead, do this person. Because we can't give up now. We have to keep going. We have to stay here. We have to let them shut us down. We have to stand all the way to the end, and we're going to win.
So Alex Jones's whole everything, InfoWars, was sold or is being sold. I'm not sure what the state is right now. The Onion purchased it in a bidding, and it's being held up in appeals right now. It's all is it in probate? Is that the term for it? Nobody owns it yet because the bidding is being contested. And basically, Roger Stone and a bunch of other, Elon Musk and grifters like that, scam artists, are pooling their money together to purchase InfoWars on behalf of Alex Jones so that he can just keep the studio open and continue working or whatever. So once again, no consequences for this guy. The Sandy Hook families, they didn't even take everything. They told the judge they want him to be able to continue to work to generate money for them to pay them back. Because this dude's going to be talking one way or another. They take literally everything. He's going to have a cell phone and a Rumble channel. People will always find Alex Jones. They cannot take his voice. So anyway, they opted to let him keep the studio so that basically he could continue to generate more money for them, which I respect.
Jones, I think everybody needs a war cry, man. Can you muster a war cry?
Oh my God, this is so embarrassing, this part.
It's a big joke.
It's not really, though. I mean, it is, but it isn't. It's also inspiring.
No, it's embarrassing.
My voice will completely go.
My voice will completely go, but it's fine?
It's fine. It's my resistance to them. It's a God's transmission. It's a human under attack.
Okay, fantastic. Dude's face is beat red. I don't think I've seen a redder face than this. Wow. Looks like he just birthed a baby or something.
All right, let's go to one more speaker. Let's go to Myron. Myron, what is on your mind?
Jesus Christ, dude. I love watching these old clips of Alex Jones. They're so weird. He is such a weird human being, honestly. Anyway, tell me what you think about it in the comments. I guess he's getting divorced, and I gotta wonder, let me know in the comments, was it the boob pics to Roger Stone? Is that the cause of the divorce? Was it the boob pics? Did they even play a part in it, I wonder? Tell me your thoughts. We'll be right back. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. Also, take a look at my website, owenmorgan.com. I just finished writing a book titled Was Hitler an Atheist? It talks about religions during the Third Reich and how they work together. Catholics, Jehovah's Witnesses, and Protestants. And I even address the lies told by the evangelical world about Bonhoeffer. It's on Audible and Amazon. Got a little bit of good news for you. Joe Rogan has come out and slammed Donald Trump for what he's doing. Let's just listen to it and we'll talk about it as we go.
But the thing is, you got to get scared that people who are not criminals are getting lassoed up and deported and sent to
a literal concentration camp.
El Salvador prisons. I read some story. Was it Glenn Greenwald?
Yeah. The gay barber guy. Yeah. It's scary, man.
Is that true?
Glenn Greenwald is absolutely insane, I'm sorry to say. But I appreciate that he drew attention to this. There's a barber that came from, I think maybe Venezuela, requested asylum, and was here 100% completely and totally legally. He was here legally, but was sent to a concentration camp because he had tattoos. Not because he had a gang tattoo. He didn't. But because he had a tattoo. Just a normal tattoo. Tattoo. He was sent to a concentration camp for that. We need to start calling them concentration camps because that is what they are. The fact that this is piercing the bubble, there seems to be this deep bubble, this this bubble in an echo chamber that is impossible to pierce in conservative spheres right now. And it's these people don't get any news outside of their little bubble. And Joe Rogan is part of that bubble and is also stuck in that bubble. So the fact that this news got out is a phenomenally good sign. Joe Rogan has been doing nothing but talking about how incredible Donald Trump is for the past, 6 months minimum, more. Year, 2 years, I don't know how long. It's been a while now. And for the very first time, we have him speaking out against something that he did. That is a good harbinger. By the way, the algorithm is hitting me hard right now, completely ignoring me. So I'd appreciate if you watch to the end of the video. Having increased watch time as a percentage and a raw number is what pushes the video further. Also check out my books, owenmorgan.com. All right, back to the video.
Is that story accurate?
With a bunch of these Agua guys, allegedly they got at least one guy who wasn't a criminal, who was just a gay barber who I think, according to the story, came here legally. When you do things quickly and you do things aggressively, that's how you get done. But that's also when mistakes get made.
Right.
And I think a human being being plucked out of nowhere and ending up in a country he's never been in a maximum security prison with gang members, seems like a bad thing to happen to me.
It's horrific. It's horrific.
I don't think that should be controversial.
No, that's not controversial at all. Again, that's bad for the cause. Like, the cause is, let's get the gang members out. Everybody agrees. But let's not innocent gay hairdressers get lumped up with the gangs, and then, like, how long before that guy can get out? Is there any...
He will never get out. He is in there forever. People say, like, El Salvador may not return those people. I mean, the United States could get those people back if they wanted, easily and quickly. It's just an excuse that the Trump administration is using for not returning people if they don't want to. I don't believe that those people, I don't believe he's ever leaving. I think he's stuck there until the day he dies, which might be sooner rather than later, disturbingly. Thanks to Joe Rogan. He's in there because of you, Joe, because you endorsed Donald Trump, because you allowed this to take place, because you encouraged it.
Plan in place to alert the authorities that they've made a horrible mistake? And
of course there isn't a fucking plan for this. The plan was to prevent Trump from winning the election. I'm sorry. I'm not going to insult people. I'm not like that. It's not who I am. But this is on you, Joe.
Correct it?
Well, if you think about it from a government perspective, and this is where I think it gets quite sinister, is once you've done that, the incentive structure is never going to be to admit that and deal with it. The incentive structure is to say nothing, to cover it up, to pretend it didn't happen. Right?
That is horrible.
So someone ends up in a black hole.
Yeah, Joe. Imagine this happened to you. Anyway, the point is that the bubble's being pierced. That is the good news. That's what we need to be happy about. Joe Rogan is starting to see cracks in the system. And, you know, for better or worse, Joe Rogan is like one of the largest podcasters out there. Does he not know that it's flagrantly illegal regardless of if they got the right person or not? Yes, because our judicial system is known for its honesty and integrity and has never sent an innocent person to jail. I trust national security professionals far more than I trust. Are you shitting me right now? So you're saying, I don't know if the judicial system will do an okay job with this, so we should assume this person is guilty. We don't even need to send them through the judicial system because I want to assume the worst possible case instead of sending them through to maybe get the worst case, maybe get a best case, to determine whether this is true, due process, to determine if this person really is innocent. This is the exact same argument I hear from Trump nutcases when they say things like, the Department of Education is doing a poor job educating students. They're really bad rates. So we destroyed the Department of Education. No. What are you even talking about? You don't destroy the Department of Education to make it operate better. You give it more funding. It's the most vapid, empty trash anybody could possibly offer as an argument. Anyway, you know, we can take solace in the fact that it's piercing that thick skull of his currently. That's good news. Thanks for helping to make it happen, Joe. Yep, it was on him. For sure, he should be one of those vanished to El Salvador. He is not innocent. Well, I don't know about that. I don't think anybody should be vanished to a concentration camp, but okay. Rogan has the tats to qualify for a trip to El Salvador. Tell me what you think about it in the comments. That's all I've got for you. If you like what I do and you want to see me continue to do it, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. I just finished writing a book titled Was Hitler an Atheist? It talks about religions during the Third Reich and how they work together. Catholics, Jehovah's Witnesses, and Protestants. And I even address the lies told by the evangelical world about Bonhoeffer. It's on Audible and Amazon. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.